Hello everybody, welcome back to my tiny corner of YouTube. It is Saturday, the boys are occupado, I've sent Chris out for a run. I thought today might be a good day to do the wedding update video. It's been long overdue. We have been engaged for 2 years and we have been talking about our upcoming wedding. We've had a few people inquire because we did send out save the dates 2 years ago, and we've had a few people inquire as to whether or not their invitations were lost or if they are now not invited, and that's not the case. We have kept most details to ourselves, so I guess at this point we are under the 60-day mark. It is time to let people in on everything. And the immediate heads up is if you did get one of those save the dates 2 years ago, throw it out because none of you are invited. Okay, so I think the easiest way to do this would be to give you a quick bit of information about the engagement and the original wedding plans, and then I can start letting you know how things kind of got off track from there. So we got engaged on September 27th, 2017. It was at Artist Point in Washington, in the States, actually. Jack was with us. It was quite a romantic thing. Chris had been giving me letters for like the 10 days prior, and then when we got there, I got the final letter, which Jack handed to me, which was very cute. He was about a year and a half old, so that was very cute. And it happened on a mountain in front of my favorite mountain, which is Mount Baker, which, I mean, it's my favorite mountain because it's my favorite one that I have seen with my own bare naked eyes. I call her Mount Baker, is actually also a volcano, and she impresses me. She's amazing, and my proposal happened right in front of her, and I love that. So we, engaged September 27th in 2017. We have been engaged for almost 2 years. We're almost 60 days, just about at this point. And we had decided very quickly on dates and locations and had actually sent out save the dates. We had decided that a fall wedding would be nice. It's kind of funny because the date we chose has very little meaning to us. So we have decided to get married, even at that point, September 21st of 2019, which is this year, which is upon us very fast. We better get our stuff together. And we wanted to get married in Banff. We traveled through Banff National Park when we moved out here from Ontario to BC. It was amazing. We didn't get to go up to Moraine Lake, however, because it was winter and we did have Jack. He was only about 13 months old at that point. Just wasn't a good idea we did go to Lake Louise, but we didn't travel up to Moraine Lake. But if you do ever get the chance to see it, I would suggest it. The view is amazing. The backdrops on computer screens do have the mountain peaks. I believe there are 9 or 10. There's 4 main ones, and then it has the emerald, like icy blue water. It's amazing. That is what I wanted as my backdrop for my wedding. And I'll just say that Chris would get married anywhere at any point. Although he too likes September 21st, he would get married on a sewer drain attached to the back of a garbage truck, standing out in the pouring rain. He doesn't care. He just wants to marry me. And for that, he deserves an award, which is why I need to move my ass before he changes his mind with all my crazy. So, September 21st, like I was saying, has very little meaning to us. It's actually based on the song September, and I prefer the Justin Timberlake version. Every time I say that, I get shit from people because it's actually originally done by Earth, Wind & Fire. I don't like that version. I like Justin Timberlake's version way better. And funny enough, we actually discovered it in the cartoon movie Trolls, which Jack loved. And that is how we decided on a wedding date. It was based on a cartoon movie that our kid loved. And the words in the song are literally, do you remember the 21st night of September? Pretty hard to forget your wedding anniversary when it's right in a song that we do enjoy. So that is how we picked our wedding date. It also benefits us as well, mostly Chris. He overheats, so summer wedding wasn't really ideal. We didn't really want summer wedding. A lot of people do summer weddings. So in the fall, it's a lot easier to stay cooler. The sun isn't quite as offensive, and we thought that would be a good idea. So we decided on a fall, September 21st, wedding in the mountains in Banff. And after sending save the dates out to quite a few people, I would say over 100, to give them a 2-year heads up that was the plan, start saving your shillings, because you're going to need to travel and attend, I hope, because the hope was that we would have you there. We sat on it for about a year, because typically you don't send out wedding invitations before that. The problem with that was that I got in my own head, as well as we started to consider other factors. So some of the other factors were like having family travel. So with a wedding in Banff, no matter what you do, both of our families have to travel. Chris's whole family is from British Columbia. My whole family is from Ontario. So no matter what, both of our families have to travel. So my grandparents, his grandmother, both sets of our parents. It's plus like, and I just know like traveling like that is a huge financial burden. It does take a lot to travel, especially with bigger families. I know like my family, there's lots of kids and things like that. And as well, that also puts an expensive burden on us because Banff is not cheap. If you know anything about Banff, it's not cheap. So especially to host a wedding there, it doesn't matter where you're hosting it or what you're doing, you better have lots of dollars. So that very quickly became apparent that was going to be a problem. Also because on top of asking people to travel there, my family does not fly. So unfortunately, I wish you all did. But anyways, they don't. So a September wedding in Banff means traveling. If they were going to attend, they would have to drive, would be their mode of transportation. People suggest the train. It's way more expensive, not feasible also. So they would have to drive. But in September, especially near the 21st, even if they were to come out a few days before, you would never know what the weather could be. Snow could start at any point in the mountains at that point, and you really don't want to get caught driving through the Rockies or anywhere along Canada in snow. So that was an issue, as well as once they've done all that and they've spent the money and they've traveled and they get there, well then there's like, I just think it's so bold, way too bold, which is why we changed our minds to ask people to do that. And then once they get there, to spend hundreds of dollars on Banff hotels. That to me is a big fat no. So after about a year of having that be our plan, we had sent out the save the dates. We just came to the conclusion that wasn't going to work. So we started thinking about it, and I still wanted my mountain backdrop. Moraine Lake would have been amazing. I wanted to stand there in front of all those mountains and that emerald icy water with all our friends and family there, and to watch us get married. And the thought of it still like makes my soul happy, but it just was a lot. So we changed our minds, changed the date. Not the date, we changed our idea on that. I still wanted a mountain wedding. So here in BC, there's mountains everywhere. So there's a lot more places where you could do that a little more inexpensively. So we started looking at that. And then same thing though, unless we move the date. So having it here in BC does make it easier for Chris's family to attend. However, it does make it just as difficult for my family to attend. And of course, I want my family there. That would be the most important thing to me. So like I said, I got in my own head because we really do want that date. And I really did want a mountain wedding. I really wanted a nice wedding this time. I wanted it to be, and this is going to sound like very unmodest or very, very selfish. And it's true. I wanted it to be all eyes on me, us. For that day, I wanted it to be amazing. I wanted wow factor. I wanted people to be like, to remember it. Like they've never been to a wedding like that before. And I know that also comes with a dollar cost, but it doesn't have to. I just wanted the view. So we were trying to think of ways to do that. The only way to do that would be to move our date up. So at this point, like I said, we had already been engaged for about a year. So now we're back at about September, October of 2018. And trying to decide what to do. Well, I suggested maybe we move it up to about June. That cuts off about 3 or 4 months, though, of prep time or giving people a heads up to save to come. And then again, if you do that, there's still no guarantee people will come. So this is the thing. So then, like I said, I got in my own head. It just kind of, I wanted the day to be for us. And the truth of that is because I've already been down this road once. Truth be told, I have been married once before. I say that very loosely. It was not a marriage. We did get married. We were engaged, but we did get married only so that I did not get posted. We were both in the military, so that I'd get posted. So they couldn't post me anywhere but where he was. So that was very rushed. We did get married on my birthday. Don't do that. It's stupid. It's not cute. Don't do it. Every year now on my birthday. Great. You think about it. So, yes, I'd say very loosely that I've been married before. We went to town hall. I found a $100 dress in the mall 3 days beforehand. We gave our family probably like 48 hours notice. This is what we were doing. My family came, we each had a witness, and that was it. And the goal was to not do a half-ass wedding twice. So this is the man, Chris, he's mine forever, he will be. I don't care what any of you say, he's mine. You have to think that way. You can't be, even if you're on your second or third, you just have to be optimistic. You have to commit to it. He's mine. We have 2 kids together. We love each other. I love him. If there was anyone meant for me, it was this man. So it was not my goal to have 2 half-assed weddings. I wanted this one to be amazing. So when it started derailing, it got shitty really fast for me, because then you have to start thinking about what is most important, that you have the day that you wanted in your head with the person that's most important to be there, Chris, or that you accommodate your location, your venue, your place, your date, and all of that, so that you can put on the show that you wanted for people, which I really do want. I had lots of fun ideas, and I would have loved to entertain you all. But it just can't be done, because like I said, even if we move the date up to June or any other time, there's just no guarantee that people will come. People's finances often don't accommodate for, family travel, for family weddings, 4 provinces over, and plus the stay and the time off work. It's a lot to ask of people, which was pretty unfair of us. And in the same regard, I know my family would love if I were to have this wedding in Ontario, but in the same sense, it's not fair for Chris's family to have to travel all the way to Ontario. His grandmother is in her 80s, and I know she would love to be there to see him get married. And it's a lot. Weddings are a lot. If you have planned or even attended, been around, helped someone plan a wedding, it is a total pain in the ass. There's so much stuff to consider, and in the end, you really do have to just consider yourself, because at this point, it's me getting married It's Chris getting married. It's our day. So we have decided on what we want and what is easiest and best for us as well as everyone. And we are eloping. We have decided to pack it in. The two of us, our two kids, and we're each going to have one witness with us and a commissioner. We are going to go. We will have our mountain wedding, our mountain backdrop. We are going to where we got engaged, to Artist Point, on the date we selected, September 21st of this year. And we are choosing each other rather than all of the headache that is wedding planning. Whether that's selfish or not, like I said, unfortunately, this is what it has become. It is our day. This is, at the end of the day, the two of us need to be there. Those are the people that need to be there, is he and I. We're the only two that are entering into the marriage. And I am happy to have a couple, like the wedding backdrop, the date, our kids will be there, and we'll be married. I'm done with being engaged. If you've ever seen that movie, The 5-Year Engagement, I don't want my engagement to take forever. I'm done with this. I just want to marry that man and make him mine forever. So in 55 days, I will. And I am very excited about it. So all that being said, though, was this the wedding that we wanted? No, of course not. Of course, I don't know. I can't think of any person, girl, woman, especially, that was, teenager, little girl who dreamt of growing up, getting engaged to man of her dreams and eloping. I'm sorry, I don't see that as anybody's dream wedding. I don't know if it is. We're not on the same wavelength. That is not what I wanted. I wanted wow factor, just even for myself. So, was it our goal to have an elopement, just the two of us, two witnesses? No. Of course we wanted all of our family there. We wanted a fun reception. I would love for our families to finally meet. Our parents met one time at our military graduation, and that's it. So that would have been nice also. Same thing, like just everything that comes, all the fun pieces that come with wedding. Like wedding days is just, like the girls sleep over the night before. We all wear matching robes. It's fun. There's games between them and joking, reminiscing. The guys are together. You have a fun reception. There's dance entries. One of the things that I wanted to do, and since it won't happen, I can tell you, would be to have the bridal party, my Forever 5, and then Chris's groomsmen. My Forever 5 are my 5 best girlfriends, to be in the wedding, and we would redo the Justin Timberlake Can't Stop the Feeling video. Everybody would be assigned a character. We would dance out each of those person's parts in that movie or in that video, and then we would edit it so that as it ran during the reception, it would not be Justin Timberlake and his people in there. It would be Chris and I and our people in there. And I thought that was fun. The episode from The Office, like Pam and Jim's wedding, where they're all dancing down the aisles, anything like that that involved fun, surprise, people being happy and celebratory. I love that stuff. I love, if it can be made big, made a big deal, do it. I love that stuff. Unfortunately, we might have to incorporate that as a separate point, because even though we're eloping, we do plan on having receptions, one in each province, to keep it easy with our families, because I do think that's important. And I will also take more fun in my honor. Why not? So we will figure those out at another point. But yes, was it our goal to just have the two of us? No, I would love all those fun things that come with weddings. Yeah, I don't know. So like, was it my goal to buy a dress online? No. Of course, after years and years and years of watching Say Yes to the Dress, I would have absolutely preferred all my favorite people, my mother, my forever five, my mother-in-law and sister-in-laws with me in a dress store picking dresses. Unfortunately, that is not the case. I'm coming to terms with that. It is shitty. Some things are shittier than others, but even if we had done a full wedding, that wouldn't be possible because all my favorite people are all over the country. My mother is in Ontario. 3 of my girlfriends are in Alberta, and 3 of them are in Ontario. So it's very hard to coordinate that when people have spouses and jobs and babies and lives. So this is adulting. Welcome to it. You can't have everything you want, and everything can't be amazing always. So Chris and I are making the best of what we have decided to do. There are some parts that are shittier than others. That dress one, for sure. But I did find a very good dress. I didn't get to see it, but it is ordered online and it is coming to me. I do plan on altering it myself a little bit and adding to it to make it my own. So all is not lost. We are also still having a bachelorette and a bachelor party. We did invite as many people as I did for mine. Chris is organizing his own. I did invite as many of my people as I could, and most of them are able to attend, which I am grateful for. And I'm very excited about that weekend. It will be our main wedding celebration. So I can't wait for you guys to get here. Yes. So I am very excited for that weekend. It is, we're only 13 days away from that. I am looking very forward to it. I do have a lot of fun things planned. I hope all the girls here locally, 2 girlfriends from work are able to attend. 3 of my forever 5 are attending also, and technically forever 6. And the whole weekend will be my bachelorette weekend, I'm calling it, because people do have to travel and stay over, is themed after Friends. So it's the one where Jess gets married and everyone is being asked to attend in a wedding dress. So I will not be the only one in white. All the girls will be in, I'm hoping, ugly, like fugly, puffy, obnoxious, old school wedding dresses. And we are going to tour Vancouver and do a wine tour and do all kinds of fun things. And I can't wait to see the looks on the faces of all these people when they stumble upon 10 plus ladies in wedding dresses doing touristy things. I'm very excited about that. And then of course we'll be at my house doing all the reminiscing and all the fun things that we won't be doing the week of the actual wedding. So that I am looking forward to. I believe Chris is doing a Seahawks game with his guys. I don't know. He's looking after that. And typically the bride and groom don't look after these types of things, but because of the circumstances and people having to come to my house, I think it would be weird to have someone else try and organize that. It would be a pain. So we are doing those ourselves, and I'm pretty excited about it, actually. And yeah, so all in all, I mean, like I said, this is adulting. You can't... Another factor that kind of influenced a lot of the decisions, we bought a house. We did just buy a house this year, and to us, what's more important? Impressing people with the thousands and thousands of dollars wedding, or having a huge down payment for a house that is an investment and amazing? And to us, that's priorities. Again, that's adulting. You can't have both. You can't have everything. You can't have everything you want. So We have picked our battles for the year, and we will have a reception. I will have the fun part of this with my people, come hell or high water. Because that's what we do. If there's one thing my family does best, it's parties. So I am excited about that. And that is how we got to where we're at. So if you have inquired to me about the fact that you got to save the date and not an invitation, but we are still talking about our wedding openly, this is why. It's not that you were forgotten, your invitation wasn't lost, you're not invited. Everyone is not invited. So we didn't forget you. Unfortunately, we did have to change things, and we're eloping. And like I said, it is not the wedding that we wanted, but it is the wedding that we're grateful for. And as long as at the end of the day we marry each other, that's what's important. That is what we want. And for that also, I am grateful. I'm happy. So yes, if you are engaged and planning a wedding, I feel for you. Good luck. Good luck. It's not easy. And that's, I don't know. It is, I don't. Okay, well, so that is where our wedding is at. Like I said, I'm going to film a video and I will tell you all about the proposal. I did love it. It was amazing. My ring is actually in getting sized right now. It should be back soon, I hope. And I kind of miss it. It's weird. Off balance. Yeah, so for now, those are all the wedding updates that I have. As we go, and especially on that weekend, I will probably vlog the bachelorette weekend. I think that will be hilarious. And I hope you guys stay tuned in, because I think it is going to be quite humorous. Thank you for watching today's video, and if you do want to follow along, don't forget to subscribe just down here. Hit the button, and then when I make new videos, you will know about it. It is Saturday. We are off for ice cream today. As soon as I'm done this, Chris gets back from his run, and I hope you are all having a wonderful weekend as well. And like I said, to anyone planning a wedding, I feel for you. Good luck. Bye.